Post-workout static stretching. This used to be the thing, a necessity. Literally everyone did it, including me. It was taught on my All Arms physical training instructor course back in 2013, as well as my level 3 back in 2014. And I suspect it's still taught on fitness qualifications today. But unfortunately, the claimed benefits, they really don't hold up when you review the research. Let's take a look at a recent meta-analysis, a study of studies, on lower limb muscle and recovery. In the 15 studies included in this meta-analysis, post-exercise stretching showed statistically non-significant effects on muscle soreness, strength, performance, flexibility, and pain threshold. Pretty underwhelming if you're an advocate of post-workout static stretching. I would say the reason most people would do static stretching would be to help with one of these. Usually the soreness and flexibility, I would say. But as shown in this study and multiple others, you will see minimal benefit in performing static stretching. Sorry. In fact, most people who consider this stuff are likely already training in a way that makes this unnecessary. So they're doing their warm-up sets, they're doing their full range of motion resistance training. Full range of motion resistance training is essentially weighted dynamic stretching. Good resistance training is good flexibility training. Additionally, I personally still recommend some dynamic stretching before getting stuck into a resistance session. This will help loosen tight muscles, aid the warm-up, improve mobility and flexibility before that session. You are going to have a better session if you do some dynamic stretching prior to it. So, static stretching. Who should use it? When is it actually warranted? Well, if you're really looking to improve your flexibility beyond what can be achieved via intelligent resistance training, you might actually justify spending an additional 10 minutes at the end of the session doing some static stretching. This is something that I actually do, as I'm currently trying to master the splits. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can more effectively land those high kicks when doing kickboxing. Also, I grew up watching Jean-Claude Van Damme films, and there's just something cool about doing the splits. So that's my goal. But for most people, static stretching is just unnecessary, and most people will find their flexibility improves dramatically with the right kind of resistance training, using exercises that force the muscles to stretch out, such as deep back squats, split squats, RDLs, and any other exercise where you feel that glorious stretch. Now, if you're new to training, of course, don't push your muscles too hard. Don't take the stretch too far. Make sure you warm up appropriately. And static stretching post-training, it's fine to do it if you enjoy it and you find it helpful. And helpful for your specific goals, then get it in. That's the reason I'm doing it. But for most people, it is just not needed, and that would be the current scientific consensus. So get in if you enjoy it, but for most people, it's just not needed. That's everything. Happy training.